Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming from the losers bracket, we have Demuslim. Coming from the winners bracket, we have Dayshi, both of them rematching in the last best of 3 of the group. Now, you will note at this point we are massively ahead of schedule compared to what we would normally be for the predictions on our tournament broadcast schedule. So the question's been asked at this point: what's going to happen? Are we going to wait? Are we going to start early with the next group? What's the plans? I'm going to go out of my way to do my best and see if we can get a hold of Vortex and Marine Lord and start early if possible. If not, we will have to wait. And last time we waited, we played some really horrible 3v3s, and maybe we can entertain you all. But there's the update, so you know. Let's get into the game. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map from Millennium, it is going to be the yellow Terran player for the third time today, actually. It is Dayshi.
In the bottom left, Oz, the teal Terran. It is EG's Demuslim.
You got donation? Donation happy? Yes?
Oh, yeah, I got a donation. Thank you very much. Joe? I actually don't know how to pronounce that name.
Isn't it so fun trying to thank the people who support you, and you're like,
this guy is so generous too. Like, I kind of wish that he would just, like, you know, be like, hey, you can just say this, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna write down like a sticky note.
I wish your name was Steve.
Just be Steve-oo. No, City-boo, right?
City Buzz, yeah.
Because apparently that's Steve in Korean. I don't think so. God.
Well, whatever the case may be, guys, we always do appreciate your support, whether it's small amounts of donations or subscribing to the channel or just simply watching and hanging out. I got to be honest, I was a little bit salty when we started this because, you know, we knew we were going to start into GSL, and then we like lost our front page time or whatever happened. But I'm glad to have so many of you enjoying the matches with us, and I do want to give a big hell yeah to everybody tuning in. So thank you for joining us here in Group A. We will be doing Group B today as well. 2 groups back to back because we crazy like that. Tomorrow's, of course, will be Group C and D, but we'll worry about those when the time comes, because I don't know what we're doing about WCS, guys. We can't start the groups too late because it's European time zone, and we got the Olima League too. Tomorrow's gonna be a big mess, no matter what happens with it.
I'm just gonna go to sleep right now because that just made me all types of tired just thinking about it.
Just thinking about it, yeah. We got Copa America tonight too. Woo! Okay, so this match, this game, this series, it is worth noting, guys, Dayshi and Demuslim, they played it wasn't a close set as it was 2-0 in the favor of Dayshi, but damn if the games weren't good. Demuslim's control has been, well, part of my phrasing, out of control. He's been playing really well, his decision making was good, but he just couldn't keep up with the macro of Dayshi.
I think you mean Demuslim's control was in control.
A team joke. But what I was gonna say is, like, the one thing that really shut him down both games, Hellions doing way too much damage. So I'm a little astonished to find him not going for those deepos at the front again.
I just imagine like that alien thing. Instead of aliens, it's Hellions. But yeah, I actually agree. Again, it all comes back down to, like, what are you really giving up if you do make the wall at the front? I guess you don't have that one supply depot on the top left that spots, I guess, but like eventually you can get it anyways. The only other risk would be like if a very, very early tank push came, which we just don't see. If there's a tank push, you're already like usually on your low ground natural. So I don't know. Hopefully it really doesn't. Hopefully it really doesn't define both series though. What?
Sorry, I just want to wait for this to start. I have to address something on Twitter real quick. Who's this that just tweeted at me? Claiming that I farted. Lumi Gaming says, I'm 98% sure I just heard Rifkin fart on stream during the Gillyweed advertisement. Confirm or deny? I can confirm I'm always farting, guys, non-stop. But no, what happens is because there's 4 ads to load, it tries to play like a millisecond of each ad before it like unpauses it, or sorry, pauses it to play the one that's queued up. So yeah, you're gonna, every time we play a Gillyweed ad, if you're listening closely, you'll hear like a but sometimes I guess it could sound like a fart because they're all playing at the same time. Not an excuse, just the reasoning.
I'm so glad that was explained.
Yeah, me too. Banshee at home makes this defense possible. Normally this defense is impossible, but as we see, the Banshee with the Marine DPS is going to be just barely enough. If that cloak finishes as well, he can take on the Marines. Hell, he can take on the Marines without the cloak if he's got perfect control. But Demuslim, as we see, going to still bleed out an SCV or 2 maybe, but this is hardly the 17 plus that we saw in that first game.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot better, and you know, Demuslim still gonna have a later command center than his opponent, but it shouldn't be too far behind. You should recognize that he has taken care of this drop and that he can go ahead and transition once he has 400 minerals. Yep, there he goes.
Right, but here's the thing, and I think this was really critical. Demuslim was only behind in the previous series versus Dayshi because, well, quite frankly, he took too much damage early on. It really set him off. It really set him back, and it screwed him out of the game for macro. His micro was on par. His micro was better, I would even argue.
Weird turret positioning from Dayshi. Pretty worried that those would be free supply deep. I guess that's one reason why you wouldn't. How often does that happen? That the Banshees get those supply depots killed?
Yeah, you invest like what, 100 minerals to protect 300 minerals, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
it's just usually you'd have your command. I don't know. Like, whatever.
I would have liked if you had done that thing where you let it get like 98% complete and cancel it. So you
that's always a sick move. And it's not really about like it being bad, but people just forget. Like, really.
Oh yeah, we forgot to shout this out. Again, Dayshi is streaming the match from his first-person point of view. If you guys want to check that out, you can check it out on his Twitch. I guess the Banshee, nice.
Yeah, the Muslim only investing in that one Banshee again, though. Really, like, yeah, could have done more, but it really actually was worth it just in defending that drop. Like, good job, Banshee, you did your job. And they're both going to have pretty equally timed command centers. Equally timed units. Both of them seem to be going for Marine Tank. Oh, the drop. Oh, apparently this drop is just like really popular and very strong in the meta right now.
Well, you know what? The way I know you like lagged out or whatever, didn't get to see it so well. Did you see how he handled that in the first one?
Yeah, I was here in the first one, right? And okay. It was actually like almost brought him back into the game. I definitely remember that.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember which one you dropped out of, but yeah. So I mean, the crazy thing about this too, the SimCity for Dayshi, I think plays really against him.
Oh god, that stim.
Yeah.
Oh no. Stim's probably not gonna survive.
Some tanks out of position. I mean, the Muslim obliterated the Hellion count the first time with this on game 1. The first time they played. He's gonna have the auto turret down here as well. 2 auto turrets as well. What the auto turrets do, by the way, guys, is they draw the attention. I don't know what it is. Auto turrets just piss everybody off, and auto turrets at the first thing shot lifts the barracks. Gonna just cancel that stim. Now I'm gonna try and save it. These auto turrets though will soak the hits from the tanks, which is kind of a big deal. So while the tanks would normally auto attack, as we see, the tank in fact instead shoots the auto turrets.
It is so much better than just funneling into all those barracks, though. Yeah.
I was wondering why he lost that tank fight.
Yeah, he had to because he is a Viking, and the Muslim doesn't. But still, good damage going down. And of course, behind this, they're both macroing up.
Well, he kills the gas too. This is really gonna. I mean, Dayshi trying to produce tanks off of 1 gas, trying to produce reactor and medevacs off of 1 gas. That's not gonna happen. I would love if he would fly the Raven out of there, though. There's no reason to lose this, and it's such a dangerous spot right now with the Muslim.
Where'd that Viking go?
Wrapped around back for the medevac.
Oh. Not a bad choice either. Probably could have gotten that Raven.
He is gonna lose his Raven, I think, though. I really. It's such a good unit. It's just such an unnecessary death.
Yeah, very, very unnecessary. You know, if it's not for like throwing down point defense drones in a Viking war, you can like throw 4 turrets down in a main or a natural and it can be surprisingly effective. But so Dayshi took a lot of damage. It was indirect damage for the most part. Like I don't think he killed that many SCV kills. 13's actually pretty good.
Well, this also sets the Muslim really far ahead on his stim timing as well. I'm not sure if he'll be able to hit a timing to attack because Dayshi does have a huge ground force beneath this, but. I mean, bottom line is Stim Marines versus not Stim Marines. I mean, you win. That's it.
Yeah. So the Muslim, like I said, did indirect damage, but he still has faster Stim, but a lower army. Because he actually didn't kill that much of Daishi's army. If we're looking in terms of just like army to army, the Muslim actually lost out, and that's why his army supply is lower. But that's okay, because with TVT, like Dayshi can't just immediately counterattack and be like, well, you sacrificed too much, like you would in like a ZVZ. You have tanks, which are very good at buying time and covering large areas. This might be a little too dangerous, though. I was just talking about how, like, defensively tanks can buy you a lot of time, but if you move out like this and they get a good surround, there's no helping the fact they have a better army supply. This might get really weird. Is that the Muslims unit on that Zanaga? Okay, the Muslim sees this. What is he? It's gonna be a base trade. All right, then. Here we go.
Okay. I don't think the Muslim wins this base trade, though.
He has a tank on the high ground. Dayshi didn't know this was happening. That
is true. That is true. Well, Daishi's got a tank up now. We'll see.
Okay, I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, base trades are always messy no matter what happens. The SCB's pulled in this. Woodmine's going to get a sick hit on these Marines. Still goes for the medevac instead.
Those SCBs. Who's actually going to kill who? Is anyone going to get the command center?
The turret! He's going to kill the Viking with the turret. Nice job. Well played. Moves into the tanks here. Daishi's got 2 set up.
Dayshi wins. Nah, Dayshi. Dayshi wins.
Yeah, Dayshi wins. He holds too well at home. The Muslims got...
Oh, iTunes, please.
The Muslims got, like, what, 2 tanks and 1 Marine? Yeah, Dayshi wins. SCVs are...
That's too bad. That's...
I don't think the base streak was necessary, but it was one of those situations where you're so, like, oops, I'm out of position, I better just go for it.
Yeah, like, what else do you do, right? It was a very... Realistically, he goes back and looks at this game, and he realizes that if it took a moment to think, I think he sees what we saw, right? Which is where he had a very, like, much lower army supply. So moving out in any situation shouldn't have been, like, that an idea.
This might not actually be all that over. They've got about the same worker count. Muslim did keep his CC alive. And he's gonna break. Oh, but this one might get some seconds.
Yeah, he actually breaks really well. So is this like a normal game?
No, because I don't think so anymore. He lost 14 SCVs to break that.
Oh, he did. Yeah, it's down to 12. Yeah, and his army supply isn't that great.
That was almost really good. I really don't know that the SCV pull is necessary to
I don't think so.
Like maybe pulling 3 or 4 to bait out an odd Widow Mine hit or something like that. CC now lifted up over here. He did drop the mules before lifting. Probably won't die to these Marines.
They should just be worried about, like, you know, going in 1-by-1 with these Marines. Oh, that Widow Mine!
Widow Mine, please. Can't really afford a scan to clean it up. You know the irony, right? Like, if the Muslim had the turret, the turret that Dayshi had built by this ramp, this actually might not have been an issue.
Turret, please. Alright, so the Muslim is in the worst situation, again. Down by 20 workers, no 3rd CC, or maybe he starts to, you know, help that. And you know what I can think of? The Muslim A sniping this command center because it's so low. Like, imagine that happens. Or getting like a really great doom drop, which is so hard to do when your opponent has more Marines than you. In the good position as well. Because Dayshi's not gonna take a 3rd anytime soon, I think. At least not at the 3rd. Really? Really, SCV? You're gonna take it at the 3rd? Alright, fine, whatever. Do what you want.
I kind of feel like this is not a bad choice at him, though. I mean, it's really finicky and nitpicky.
I feel like it's unnecessarily dangerous. Like, you know, getting not a cancel, but a kill because you don't pay attention for 1 second.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I think he knows the amount of damage the Muslim took from that. Like, Dayshi, if there's one thing we can say, is like really good at reading the situation.
But that's like the thing that it is, though, is that you do know that you did a lot of damage. So what do you, like, you gotta start thinking, like, how is my opponent gonna come back in this? Either gonna be really greedy, like a 3rd CC, or they're gonna drop everywhere and try and, like, outposition me with Marines, which is what the Muslim is trying to do.
Yo, it's weird, the only we didn't talk about this is the Muslim does have that +1 weapon upgrade. In smaller fights, I'd say this wins for him, but...
Can you please snipe the orbital? If you snipe the orbital, I will praise the Muslim. You know, not praise Jesus, praise the Muslim. Snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it, snipe it!
Snipe it, snipe it, go, 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 go! Oh my god, we can try this round, but, you know, here's the thing, though. He gets the orbital, that's fantastic, but look back at home. Yeah. Is it the rebase trade? Base trade Mark II, the revisits? It's not gonna work though if it is. SCV's pulled into this immediately. He might hold against the Marines. If he beats back the Marines, the tanks are too slow to push.
Oh, he's gonna be able to drop on that 1 tank.
Sick pickup. Sick pickup.
Oh, and he used some SCVs in there too, so he's back down to 10 SCVs.
He's going back home! I don't think he's gonna have more!
I don't think he's gonna be able to break it. Well, no, okay,
10 SCVs. Okay, but that's the trade of like 10 SCVs but 2 CCs, right? Like, the mules.
That rhymes. Oh, what happened there? Did something explode?
That was a tank. I think maybe I don't know.
What happened there?
Whatever the case may be. Anyways, I think the Muslim could break his contain at the moment if he came home, but he's not.
He would have to definitely pincer attack, and even then.
Oh, he's gonna win the refight, but this one's stuck with that 1-1. Oh, but he backs up and loses that medevac for free. Or not 1-1, 1-0 versus 0-0. I mean, this is what gives those Marines such an edge, but the production out of Dayshi's a little too much. Try to complete sentences here, Dayshi. Stop this.
I don't know, the Muslim, he got so lucky with that CC, but now, oh my god, Dayshi's pulling SCVs. What?
He's pulling the boys. Oh, but the Marines on top of the tanks. This is huge. Sniping up 2 tanks. This is a really nice way to start this. Boost. Gets out of there. Yes.
What is the CC? What is the CC?
Is he not going to take the watchtower?
He's the CC.
No, but he's not taking the watchtower, so he doesn't actually know the Muslim took this.
Are you kidding? No, I still can't win. There's no way. Dayshi has such a big army.
But Dayshi pulled so much into this, right? Like, this is... If the Muslim holds...
and like a handful of Marines.
Oh,
like,
snipe that medevac. Snipe that medevac. Don't let it unload here in the high ground. Does not snipe that medevac. Now the Marines going to get on top of this. Tanks do position up. There's no way for the Muslim to hold this. At the same time, this side of the field...
What a game.
Yeah, this is good TVT. GG. Game number 1 in the rematch will go to Dayshi. But it is a best of 3, and it's not over yet.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, well, let's find the second map here. What is it going to be? Nimbus again. What a game, Zombie Grove. This is what I love with TVT though, like stupid stuff like that. Invite, Dayshi invite. So for those of you who are tuning in, maybe you're just finding out about us on the Twitch front page. Hi, hello. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. Do come to the actual Twitch channel and join us. We got a lot of cool stuff going on in chat with like betting games and whatnot. But to explain what's going on right now, we're at the end of Group A, which means basically this is the last player, the last best of 3 of Group A. The winner of this series goes through, and the loser sadly out of the tournament.
No. Man. Isn't as long as a cable as I would like.